Good morning, Facebook world, YouTube world. Hope you are well. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Happy end of the week. Hope you have some great plans ahead for you for the weekend. Also, hope you've had a great week so far. So, hopefully you've been enjoying the episodes up till now. Annihilating Anxiety. I finally said it correctly. Now, today's episode, it's a little bit different to what we've really talked about up till now. Up till now, we've really talked about how to minimize and really reduce the amount of control that our thoughts may have on us. Now, one of the things that can often drive our anxious thoughts or our worries or our concerns is often a belief that we are not doing enough, being enough, having enough. And one of the fastest ways to actually override that belief of insufficiency is acknowledgement. Okay, morning Heather. One of the fastest ways to override that belief of not enoughness is to really start to certainly look at who you are and actually start to acknowledge who you are and what you do. And every day we travel through the world and through our lives, and one of the biggest things that we're always craving is acknowledgement from other people. Acknowledgement that what we are doing is enough. But see, the thing is, you could be out there in the world being hungry and craving and being like on a point of, starvation for approval and validation. But at the end of the day, no matter how much you get, you're always still going to be hungry if first you are not feeling filled yourself. And one of the fastest ways to fill yourself is to simply start to acknowledge yourself. So when I was going through massive anxiety, and I mean extreme anxiety, in places where, I couldn't even breathe and I was waking up dreading going to work and really in a negative place, one of the things that I forced myself to do is before I started my day's work, I would literally write down the 5 things that I acknowledge myself for. So it could be, Mark, I acknowledge you for waking up today. Mark, I acknowledge you for going to work even though you are feeling reluctant. Morning, Sarah. Mark, I acknowledge you for having a conversation with XYZ person even though you were really struggling with that. Mark, I acknowledge you for choosing a salad at lunchtime. Mark, I acknowledge you for... Now, although it might seem a little bit corny and weird, it's actually one of the most powerful things that you ever do, because you start to going to validate yourself as a person, and you're going to look for validation from other people around you less and less and less. So I really want to encourage you, when you're having your dark down moments, literally sit down and write down what you acknowledge yourself for. And by doing so, it's actually going to, no longer generate those thoughts of anxiety, because you're going to feel like you're even more control of who you are and your identity, not necessarily, what other people perceive or think about you. All right. So my suggestion to you is this morning, this moment, think about what are 3 things that you acknowledge yourself for doing this morning so far. And even throughout today, when you do something that's a little bit hard or a little bit uncomfortable or challenges you a little bit, just go, yeah, cool. I acknowledge myself for doing that, because that was a little bit difficult, uncomfortable for me. I acknowledge myself for going to the gym after work. I acknowledge myself for, and guess what? You're going to really develop that self-appreciation and a healthy self-love. No one wants people that have overindulgent self-love, but they certainly want to interact with people that are, feeling comfortable with themselves and inside their own skin. And it's not a crime to like yourself, all right? So I hope that's been helpful. Hope you got something from it. And just start to think, all right, well, where else in my life can I acknowledge myself? Because I'll tell you now, you are already doing enough, you're already being enough, and you're already having enough. So it's fantastic. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Bye for now.